There we go. Okay. Hey, hi, hello. Happy Monday. Okay. Let's start this how we start every single Monday while I get everyone in from the waiting room and drop your I ams. But today, this week, I want to do it a little bit different. So as you are dropping your I ams, can you also drop what they are claiming? So, or what's the meaning for them? So I see I am a 40K leader. What does that mean for you? What does 40K mean? So if you guys can go ahead and drop some of your I ams and some of your meanings behind them, that would be huge. The reason why I want to do that is because I personally, so y'all know I'm very honest with y'all. I'll just give you guys a little bit of story time while I am letting people in from the waiting rooms. Y'all know I'm very honest. I say it how it is, right? Like we don't really sugarcoat shit around here. So my inbox was so dry. And I was like, what am I doing that it is so dry? And then I realized it wasn't what I was doing and it was what I wasn't doing. So many times when we feel like our inbox is empty, right? Or we don't have potentials, or maybe you don't have anybody messaging you, right? They all mean the same thing. But for me, I used to think, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing that I need to change? Where in fact, it wasn't that I needed to change something. It was the fact that I actually just needed to do something more. So the last 2 weeks, if you are in Limitless, if you're in my personal downline, you know we are doing a Reels challenge. Y'all, when I say this Reels challenge has changed my business in the last 2 weeks alone, I have enrolled more promoters, and y'all, everybody hold their breath real quick. More customers. I've actually enrolled more customers than promoters in the last week alone. I've enrolled 10 customers. Y'all, last year I didn't even enroll 10 customers in the entire year. And I don't say that to like brag, because y'all know, if you know, customers in me, they literally like are afraid of me. So it's fine. So the fact that this week alone, I basically enrolled what I enrolled in customers all of like 2019, 2020, like think about that. And the only thing I changed was I did one more thing. That's it. I didn't change how I was talking in my stories. I didn't change what I was talking about. I didn't take away the amount of times I was doing things. I didn't stop posting. I didn't stop doing this. I didn't stop doing that. I added in one more thing. And that one more thing was Reels. So right now, y'all know how social media is. When they bring out something new, that is basically like their gold star. Like you want to be doing it because that's how you're going to get pushed to the masses, right? So for me, I did almost 3 weeks ago, I started doing Reels every single day. So again, I was not taking away from posting. I was just adding a reel, right? So one of the Reels that I did like 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden caught attention. And today, go figure, on my 1-year wedding anniversary, because it's a reel of Rob and I, right? It got over 100,000 views. Y'all, that's never happened to me in my entire life. And I'm telling you, I still don't know how to make reels. So when I say you have to embrace the suck, that was me embracing the suck. I did different things. I saw cute trends and I just applied them to me. And 3 weeks later, this reel caught on and is now, well, viral for me. I'm sure it's not viral for Instagram. We're not talking about millions over here, but for me, that is huge. The amount of people that are in my inbox, the amount of followers I'm getting every single day, the amount of conversations I'm having, the amount of more people that have been following me for years that are starting to see my stuff again is huge. And again, I didn't change what I was doing. I just did more. So I wanted to talk about that, and then I'm going to pass it over to Brielle to take it away. But I wanted to talk about that a little bit because so often, and I said this I have a couple, if you're in my downline, you know, I have a couple different chats. One of the chats being for those who are personally enrolled to me. Nobody gets extra special, like anything, right? It's just so I am more aware of what's going on, and I can be more present for different goals and different layers. So as I say that, nobody gets more of Lynn's than another person, right? But in my personally enrolled chat today, I was cleaning out my chat, right? If you're in the limitless chat, I cleaned out, and that sounds really bad to say I cleaned out, but I don't really know any other way to say it, but I did some cleaning, and anybody who was not active in the cloud office, I removed, not because they're kicked off of the team, they're still on the team pages, but because I needed to be able to add in people who are active with how much our team is growing. So I realized I was removing a lot of people from the chat, and I was like, wow, a lot of these are my personally enrolled. And so I went to my personally enrolled chat, and I just sent a quick little message, and I said, hey guys, like, if anybody has fallen off, like, hey, hi, hello, who here, if you have ever fallen off, like, raise your hands. Hi, I'm sitting here as a double 200K leader telling you I have fallen off. Okay, it happens. But if you have ever, well, that's non-compliant. My husband and I are 200K leaders, and we have fallen off. There we go, compliant. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working. See, I'm getting better. But my thing being is, I put in my chat, in my personals chat, and I just said, like, hey, if you guys have ever fallen off and you would like to get back up, if you want that comeback, right? Because now I'm known in our company for my comeback story, which I'm sorry, but that to me is probably the best thing I could ever be known for. I don't want to be known for quick success. I don't want to be known for fast ranks or bonuses or whatever it may be. I love the fact that I was used for trainings in our company to talk about failing. That to me is probably the best thing they could have ever used me for in this company. The fact that they used me to speak to our company about failing, but more importantly, picking yourself back up, just was huge for me. So I knew that this week, that's what I wanted to focus on, because over the weekend, that is what I did our Super Saturday training on for the company. And it was just, I put it in my chat, and if you are personally enrolled, then you saw it. I just said, like, if you've ever fallen off, but you want to come back, will you just message me? Let's start over. Let's start day one, right? Like, let's just start over. So for me, I had 10 people message me from my personally enrolled chat. And these are people that I haven't spoken to, not because I haven't messaged them or anything like that, but just because either they stopped responding to me, right? Some of them unfriended me, some of them and that's fine, because you know what? That's not a me thing. That's a them thing. And some of them are on here. I see their names on here, and I am so proud of you for getting on this Zoom. Some of them became qualified and active today. Right. And we're not talking about brand new promoters that are in their VIP period. We're talking about promoters that have joined me like 3 years ago that are coming back. Why? Because my arms are always open. And I believe that a comeback story is worth more than somebody who hits ranks in 60 days and earns a shit ton of money. And then where are they in 6 years from now? Are they still doing that? Talk to me in 6 years. Are you still doing that in 6 years? Because I was the girl who came in and hit all the ranks super, super fast, right? I was the girl who came in and was on leaderboards, and I earned bonuses, and I did this and I did that. But then I was also the girl who fell flat on my ass. Hi, that was me. But you know what? I'm not known for the girl who hit VIP in 3 days, 4K in 4 days, 12K in 11. Like, who the fuck cares? That's not what I'm known for in this company. What I'm known for is the fact that I stood on stage when the company gave me an opportunity to train. And instead of telling everybody, oh, this, that, and the other, I told everybody that I failed. That to me, own it. Because your comeback is going to be so much greater than anybody who, and I'm not dissing anybody or talking down on anybody who came in and did it fast, because I did it, right? But what I am saying is, in this industry, you have your downfalls, you have your failing moments, right? What matters is how you get back up. What matters is how you stand up and get running again. What matters is what you do after you take your, you sit down for a little bit, right? Life happens. I will never, ever sit here and tell you guys, oh, work through it. Life happens. What are you going to do? No, life happens. You need to give yourself grace. You have to tell yourself, I am human. And you know what? Some days I'm lucky I brush my teeth. Like, let's be real. If you know, like some days, the fact that I brushed my teeth, didn't brush my hair. It's fine. We still aren't quite there yet. But I did brush my teeth. So today is a great day. Okay. Some days you are going to fail. Hell, y'all, I fail at 17 things a day, 17 minimum 17 things. I yell at my kid. I yell at my husband. I yell at my dogs. I yell at freaking anybody. Like not like screaming yell, but you know what I mean? I lose my temper. I lose my cool. I get mad at myself. I pick apart everything about me, from my leadership to my looks to not doing enough to not being present. But one thing I want you guys to know is that some days are hard. Some days are hard, and that's okay. I'm never going to tell you that every single day is perfect. I'm never going to tell you that every single day is rainbows and unicorns and your business is going to be mass and rolling. But what I am going to say is that you are going to be thankful that you didn't quit, that you just learned how to rest. Because when I almost quit February of 2019, and I'm sure y'all are so tired of hearing about this story, but it's a story I will scream from the rooftops till like the day I die, because February of 2019, I taught myself how to rest. I taught myself that you don't need to quit, that you can rest, and that some months are hard. Some days are hard. Some years are hard. Some months you are just like, what in the world is going on? Last month I earned a bonus, and this month I'm not even close to re-ranking. I want you to know that it's okay. I want you to know that at the end of the day, you are in control. But if you allow those downfalls and those failures to be your story, then that's all you're sharing. For me, I have people in my inbox because I don't share about my failure. I share about my comeback. I share about how I came back, how I picked myself up. Are you sharing about your failures? Are you sharing about your insecurities? Are you sharing about your insecurities with whatever it is going on in your life, right? Because in February of 2019, I looked back at content that I had back then, and it was sparse. It was sparse. And we're talking like once a week posting. Like, it was sparse. I thought a cute selfie paid my bills. It didn't. If you were wondering, it did not at all, but I thought it did. So I look at where I was then and I look at where I am now. And in the last month, I have had so many messages of people telling me, have y'all noticed a difference in my content if you follow me at all? Because look at all the yeses. And I'm not saying this to toot my own. Yes. Y'all, my confidence is back. It might have taken me, when I had my baby, love him. But if you're a mom, you know, it took a lot of confidence out of me. I had to learn a new groove. I had to learn how to be a mom and still be a leader. I had to learn to not let my team down and my family down. I had to learn to be present, but then also present over here. And it took a lot of learning and it took a lot of failing. But let me just tell y'all I'm back. Okay. Hi. My confidence, it's there. And if you haven't noticed in the last month, y'all, let me tell you something. It might have taken me 2 years after having a baby to get my confidence back. But in the last 2 years, our team has been the most successful because I've never stopped showing up. There's a difference. Now you notice it in my content. Before, you noticed it in my team. Think about that. Why? Because I never stopped being here for you guys. That was your guys' growth. For me, someone just made themselves a host. Barb, you're a host, if you were wondering. So for me, it was all about my team. And I poured myself into my team, and I would never, ever regret it. And I never, ever regret it, because look at all you guys. Look at where you guys are in your business. Look at what we've grown. Look at what we've created. We're about to hit $10 million in sales, y'all. I looked at it. We are so dang close to $10 million in sales in 3.5 years. Like, what? That's insane. But let me tell you something about my content today. If you look at my page today versus my page in 2019, you wouldn't recognize me. And the reason being is because somebody could tell me, and if you have not watched my reels on this, I've been told I'm annoying. Today on one of my reels, a person messaged on the comments and said, it was something about one of them and they were like, yeah, but you're making reels in a dump. And I was like, a dump? I'm in my office. I was like, someone needs to tell this person how much this house costs. And I wanted to go off on them. But then you know what I did? I was like, it's all right. Delete and block. Y'all, it does not matter what level you are at. It does not matter how much success you have. People will always have something to say about you. That's the reason I made those reels, because let's be honest, Rob and I laugh at them all the time. When someone tells me I'm annoying, I'm like, thanks. Being annoying literally pays my bills. Appreciate you. Like, you have to remember that at the end of the day, what you put into your content needs to say more about you and who you are as a person than about your limiting beliefs and your insecurities. Because in 2019, my content revolved around my limiting beliefs. It was sparse. You barely saw what I was doing because I wasn't showing up. If I was showing up, it was not very well. When I was having conversations, they were not confident. When I was talking about pricing, I was constantly offering discounts. When I was posting, it was only when the company had a promo going. Right? Because to me, I didn't value what I had my hands on. I didn't value myself. Not that I didn't value you guys as a team, but I didn't value myself as a leader. I didn't value these things. So that's how I portrayed my content. Today, y'all, I would love for somebody to show up at my front door and try to have a conversation and tell me what I do is a scam. I would love it. Love it. Right? And you see that in my content. I'm not always on sale. I'm posting every day. When there's a promo, yep, I'm talking about it, but it's no different than me talking about it every single day. I'm showing my products every single morning. I'm doing the reels. I'm doing the posts. I'm having the conversations. When I talk pricing, I'm confident in it because I have the value behind it. And when I talk about this opportunity, I scream it from the rooftops because I know the value behind it, not because of what's in my bank account, but because of what we have our hands on right here. Because if you want that 4K, that 12K, that 40, that 80, that 200, that Vegas trip, all the other IAMs that I saw on there, you want those things, right? What are you going to do to earn it? Because telling someone you have free sculpt ain't going to do it. You know what is going to do it? Talking about why sculpt is important to you. Talking about and showing the different side-by-sides of your teammates and your customers before and afters. Getting bold in your story and talking about your personal testimony. That's what's going to do it. Putting up a slide that says this weekend is free shipping ain't going to do it. Putting up a slide that says this weekend our company has free shipping and then talking about it and talking about the results of the 3 steps. Showing the results of the 3 steps. Talking about your personal testimony. That's going to do it. There is a difference in how you present content, and it comes from what you are pulling it from. Are you pulling it from why you're here? Are you pulling it from the meaning behind what you're running towards? Are you pulling it from your confidence, or are you pulling your content from your limiting beliefs? With that, I'm going to pass it over to Brielle. I think you have to unmute yourself.
I mean, I was just sitting here listening. I'm like, yep, that's on point on what I'm talking about is that. So I'm someone that I like to preach a lot. I like to just pour into you and stuff. And I want to do that, of course, but I want to get a little out of my comfort zone and talk about content, but the mindset behind your content. And so I know Linz was a little bit talking about it, right? So if you're someone, just really quick, you could raise a hand or put a emoji down in the chat. But if you are someone that you are struggling with content, you have content block, like you wake up and you're like, I don't know what to post about. I have no idea what to talk about. I feel like, how many times can I talk about the system? How many times can I talk about these bonuses? How many times, right? You're like getting in this rut of like, they say writer's block, but it's like post block, right? Okay. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that because if you're having content block, if your mindset and your mind is blocking you from content, it's going to be really hard to do your business, right? So it's like if you were trying to do anything, right? You're trying to find your car, like on my birthday, okay, I couldn't find my keys. Okay, I ain't going anywhere. I cannot find my keys. Okay. I'm like, I'm not gonna get to brunch if I can't find these. So right now we need to find some ideas. Okay, we need to find the right mindset. We need to find what is blocking you, literally blocking you from getting that content, from showing up, and instead of being like, oh, what am I gonna post about? What am I gonna post about today? What am I gonna talk about today? Instead, going into it and like having this overflow of ideas, like, ooh, what is that I can post about today? Let me go on Reels and research. Let me, like, literally me scrolling on Reels is me researching. I'm like, what ideas can I get? Right? What trending sound is going on right now that I could do something with? Because the more that you fill your mind with that, you fill your mind with going on TikTok or going on Reels, it can create ideas for you. You go on other Thrivers pages and look at their Reels, it'll have ideas for you. But what is even blocking you though, let's say you see Lens's reel or you see some other Thrivers reel, but what's blocking you from doing that reel, what's blocking you from doing that live, what's blocking you from doing that post or taking that picture, or whatever it is, right, is this. That's what it comes down to. When I have those content blocks, I guarantee you, and be honest with yourself for a second, there's usually two reasons there's a content block. Okay, it's because you're worrying about what someone else is going to think before you post it. Oh, what are people going to say? What's my mom going to think? Hi, can I be honest too about something really quick? My mom is so, I'm going to talk about it. Liz knows I'm going to talk about it. It's fine. It's not like she's going to watch the Zoom. My mom, my mom is so mad at me for getting my Jeep Gladiator. She's really she won't talk about it. Like, it's just, we don't talk about it. She was watching my boys. She was watching my boys as we were getting our Jeep. And she was watching our boys as we were getting our Jeep. And when we pulled up to our house, she was outside and, oh, can you guys hear me? Okay. She was outside, did not say congratulations, did not say love it, did not say anything. She literally just said, all right, guys, bye. Like, didn't say anything. I'm like, she's mad. And that's just because my mom, she was a single mom for 6 years. She got remarried when I was 6, but with her mindset is always, how can I save? How can I crunch numbers? How can I use a coupon? If it doesn't have a coupon, this Jeep did not have a coupon, you don't buy it, right? That's been her mentality for forever because she had to, right? It's not, how can I make more money? How can I invest? How can I do this? How can I create more income? It's just, how can I cut? How can I budget? That's always been her mentality. So me going and getting a Jeep, even though I'm getting an $800 payment every single month, does not, she doesn't understand it. Okay. So she was so mad, but is it going to stop me from going on my Facebook and posting about my Jeep or driving it or literally going to drop my kids off for a date night in the Jeep and pull up to my parents' house and drop my kids off and say, hi, mom? No, like, I worked my butt off for that. I conquered a lot of freaking demons, a lot of mental demons last year to get to this point to where I can walk into a dealership. Oh, I'll start crying. Let's not. Okay. Who saw? Where I can walk into a dealership and I can get, literally, me and my husband's like dream cars had a baby. That's our Jeep Gladiator. Okay. And it's so much more than buying a Jeep, because we thought about getting it last year, but it wasn't the right time for us. It wasn't. Okay, Lynn knows, she was getting on to me. It's been almost 2 years. It's fine. Okay, that I've had this auto club. But it's because it wasn't that right moment. Okay, I don't think I would have appreciated it. I think I would have had anxiety over it. I would have been worrying about what my mom thinks or what my sister thinks or what this person thinks. And for me to have a mindset that literally, and my mom is like my person, okay? She's someone that I've always valued her opinion. But for someone like that in my life to be so dismissive of something that is huge for me in my life, not because it's a Jeep Gladiator, but because of what I fought through and what I overcame last year, like, that was that moment for me. And I was even talking to the financing guy about it because I was talking to him about the business and about the products. And of course, they see my patch and he was all about mindset. Like we exchanged Facebooks, and he's like, I'm all about mindset. I'm all about this. I'm all about growth. And we were talking about it. And I was talking to him. I was like, I was really bad depressed last year. My anxiety was through the roof. I was having really bad thoughts about myself and about my life. And where it stemmed from is my extreme need to have everybody like me. Like extreme to the point that I fell into such a deep depression, such a deep anxiety that spiraled into so many other things because it broke me, right? Someone that I care about being upset with me or not liking. So I get it. Okay. I'm not someone that I can be like, haters gonna hate. Who cares? Okay. It takes time to get to that level that you can drive through your mom's house, even though she's literally raging, just seeing that Jeep and going, bye, thanks for watching the kids. See you later. Whoo. It takes a lot to not let that get to you, but it's the most freeing feeling. And that's what's blocking you from your content is I'm telling you, before you go and hit that post button, as you're typing it or as you're putting that picture up, you're thinking, what is this person? And it might be your mom. It might be your sister. It might be your husband. It might be, it might be your one of your best friends. I don't know, right? That you're worrying. I remember there's someone, Linz knows, there's someone that, people we know that start this business and they will do it for 2 days and then fall off because they're like, well, I just don't want to be that person. Like, what are people going to think? I think I'm going to lose followers. What if I do lose followers? I think I did lose followers. And then they stop over a number. Can you imagine? I want to talk to you guys really quick about something, okay? We're 3 years, 4 years, however many years, 6 months. I always love knowing. Drop really quick. How long have you been in this business? I'm always curious. How long? A week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years? Okay. I want you to think right now. Okay, 2 years. I see 7 months, 18 months, 2 months, 2 months. Okay, I want you to picture something really quick. Okay. In however many years from now, let's say 2 years, okay, just for funsies, 2 years from now, when you are able to cross off whatever it is on your dream board, okay, think really super hard about this. Think about a Christmas that you could create for your kids. Think about being able to tell your husband, hey, I got the mortgage payment this month. Think about a trip that you'll be able to take. Think about the debt, the credit card you'll be able to pay off. Think about whatever it is that's holding you, that kitchen that you so badly want to remodel. I want you to think for a second. You looking at your children or your husband and saying, you know what, I'm so sorry. I was more concerned about a number on an Instagram profile than being able to bring you home. I was more concerned about likes on a profile that is irrelevant on a picture than being able to give you the Christmas for my kids. Sorry, Caden. Sorry, my almost 5-year-old Caden. Okay, when I started this business, he was 18 months old. Okay, 18 months old. And I told myself by the time my son starts kindergarten, I'm going to be a totally different person. I'm going to be in a totally different place. My business will be in a totally different place. I'm going to be a totally, boy. All right, in the fields now.
And my son is crying, y'all. Wait for it. She's just gonna start crying. I just had to stop you for a second, just real quick, because if you guys didn't know Brielle a year ago, she 100% is a different person today, a different mindset today. And to talk about losing numbers, y'all, when I started doing reels every single day, I lost 400 followers. 400. Some people you'd be like, oh my God, I need to stop posting. Okay, I lost 400 followers, but in the last 3 weeks, I've enrolled more than 10 customers and 7 promoters. So you want to look at your numbers and you're losing followers because you're actually working your business. But the truth is you're losing people that were never going to join you in the first place. You're losing people that never had any interest in messaging you. So let them go. Anyways, back to you.
Yep. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. But what I was saying is, he starts kindergarten next month. Next month, he starts kindergarten. That time was going to pass whether I did anything or not. That time was going to pass, and look where I'm at. I'm literally sitting in an office in our dream home with a Jeep in my garage with, residual income every month, with a team chat full of people who are running after $4,000, $12,000 bonuses, and more importantly, with a mindset that can get through anything. Okay. Still have gone through some stuff this year. Okay. And to be able to like Lynn says, bend, not break. There's been some losses I've experienced this year. There's been still some triggers that I've had this year, and I've bent and I've taken a few hours, but to be able to literally not have it be months that I'm falling off, it be like, I need a couple hours and I'll be back. Sometimes it's like my friends will check in that know, and they're like, "Hey, are you doing okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just need to get outside. I'm good now." It's such a difference. Okay? So, I was listening to a podcast by Trent Shelton, and he said, "Are you measuring against perfection?" And this kind of goes with what Linz was saying is when you show up, and she said, "Are you talking about your insecurities? Are you talking about, dude, I had a bad day. Okay, I had this, right?" What is also blocking you is not only what you think people will think of you, but that you're afraid of people seeing any type of flaw in you, because you're afraid that you'll lose people or your business won't be successful because you had a bad day or because you took a nap one day. You're still going to take naps sometimes. It's okay. But like I had a bad day on my birth. Well, it started rough on my birthday, and I was honest about it. Like I got on my stories, but you know how relatable that is? Like to go on and be like, dude, I lost my keys. Like people want to know what's going on, good, bad, ugly. I get more. And I've had a lot of actually way more conversations probably the past week or two than I have in a while, because I've been really real about my anxiety. I've been really honest about things going on with my kids. I've been talking about my house and what we're doing. I'm not just showing up and talking about the business and talking about, just Thrive itself. I'm talking more about myself, and people can relate to that. Think if there's someone that you connect with on the team. If you connect to me, there are people I get messages all the time. Brielle, I connect to you so much. I love your story. You know why? It's honestly not because of the Jeep. It's not because of the house that I'm in right now. It's because of, like, you know why they keep asking Lindsay to share her comeback story? Because it's relatable, because so many people can relate to that, be inspired by that. Okay. It's not really inspiring. Like she said, someone just like, yeah, I just crushed it. I don't know. I just work hard. Like, hello, work smarter, not harder. Hi. Like it's really inspiring to know, dang, like I see where she's at now, but she still faced haters. She still faced negative comments. She still faced this. She still faced that. And she got through it, right? Think of any good story, any good book, any good movie that you love. There's some drama in it. There's some struggle in it. There's something that a couple had to overcome, right? There's something that the person in that movie had to overcome. That's what makes it great whenever they accomplish whatever it is. When they finally get married at the end, or they finally have their child, or they finally accomplish whatever that goal is, right? You get emotional about that. Why? Because you know what they went through. If people don't know, and I'm not saying divulge your whole life story to them and say, my mama never loved me. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is talk about your feelings in a sense, but giving it a learning lesson to it, right? So like when I had my bad day and I lost my keys, and then or I showed up for church and the time had changed and my kids were having meltdowns and there was all these things and I felt so embarrassed and all of these things happened, and I shared that. But then I also said, I got on my stories and I said, okay, I had this morning, but you know what? I have a choice right now. And this is what I've learned from this team. And I gave credit to our team and our tribe because I want people to know that we're not just about building an income, we're about building this, building your mind, building yourself. I want people to know this is the kind of community you're going to be a part of, right? Is so if anything I've learned from this is I have an option. I can continue to let this day completely go flat, and it's only 1:00. So I have a choice. I can go, you know what? I'm writing this day off. It's a bad day. It's horrible. I'm done with it. And I can continue to think about that morning and thinking about how embarrassed I felt and thinking about. That's what always blocked me from content, is constantly rehearsing. And that's why I love this saying, or this verse that Katie had shared, and it said, like, I refuse to rehearse things that will hurt me. I refuse to rehearse it. And that's what I say in my head whenever I start to have those thoughts, because like, it doesn't magically go away. Like, Lance, did it go away for you when you hit 200K, or when Rob hit 200K and earn the bonus? Like, did Rob just instantly go, I'm never having like any insecurities? Like, no, I peas all day, right? Like, he, if you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't just go away because your tracker looks better. It doesn't go away because you have a 4-figure paycheck. Sometimes there's actually new ones that happen. So that's why you have to work on all of those things, because you might be able to conquer this one, but then now it's, oh my gosh, okay, so I'll be honest, I don't know if anyone else, especially leadership wise, struggles with this. Is, I guess it's like considered imposter syndrome. I don't know. I still don't understand exactly what imposter syndrome is, but this might be it. But this feeling of like, I need to keep up with, not a facade, because I am who I am, but like, I need to always be on. Like, I'm Brielle, I'm the inspirational whatever leader, or I'm this leader, I'm the funny one, or I'm the this one. Like, you feel like you got to always be on. I got to always have a good day. I got to always be inspiring. I got to always be on point, and throw out some bomb analogy. I got to always, right? Maybe you feel like that. Maybe you feel like I just got to always be on. Sometimes you don't. Okay, sometimes we have those days. But what I want to talk about really quick with that is, you're measuring perfection. You're trying to come up with some type of facade that everything's perfect. And you know what? You don't want to drill that into people. You don't want people to think, take 3 steps and everything's great. Join this business, all your problems will go away. Because guess what will happen? Someone will join this business thinking all their problems will go away. And then as soon as a problem arises with the promoter, with a customer, they're going to leap, because they're like, no, 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 no. This is supposed to be what fixes everything. No, the business doesn't fix everything. The 3 steps and the DFT patch does not fix everything. Okay. But you know what does? Is your growth and your mindset, and showing up on these Zooms and being poured into, and really taking what we tell you and taking it to heart and going, dang, okay, I've heard so many of these leaders who are at this point talk about this. Maybe I should actually take it serious. Maybe I actually should pick up a podcast and listen to it. Maybe I should actually read a book. Maybe I should actually go on YouTube and literally type in motivational videos and pour into myself, So, really quick, some ideas, okay, for content. If you want to get your engagement up, if you want to have some more ideas, first of all, Google. Literally right before this Zoom, you know what I did? Is I went to Google and I typed in increasing your engagement on your social media. And I instantly, all these brilliant ideas for all these different ways to increase your engagement. Guys, be your own best resource. Okay. This was talked about on a Zoom that Courtney Glazier did, and it was so good. And she was saying, like, basically being your own upline. Okay. I'm telling you right now, when I started this business, I checked in here and there, asked a few questions, but I honestly was my biggest resource. I went to the team page. I was Googling stuff. I was looking up stuff. I was constantly my biggest resources. I failed forward. If I had a bad conversation, I looked back. Okay, how can I do different, or whatever the case may be? So ideas, okay, for content, is ask people to share their thoughts and opinions. People want to share their thoughts and opinions. Sometimes you don't ask for it and they still do, right? They love sharing their thoughts and opinions. Do that. Create a question box, and don't let it be, what is it that you struggle with? Do you struggle with energy, mental clarity, digestive? It doesn't have to always be about that. Be like, dude, I'm going through terrible twos right now, or my kid's not sleeping, or this happened, or this tantrum happened. Like, did you go through that with your kid? What are your what are things you're going through with your toddler? Or what helped? Or I'm potty training my kid. What is it that helped you? People want to share what they know. They want to give their opinion. They want to give their idea. Give people an option to give an opinion or an idea about something. unbusiness related, unthrive related. Okay. Even if it's we're picking out a new dining room table, which one should we do? Should we do white or should we do dark oak? Whatever. People want to, okay, that's when I get my biggest engagement is when I do that. Surprise your audience, okay? You don't have to just like be in your first 2 weeks to go and build up some type of anticipation. You can surprise them with maybe something new going on in your house, maybe something new that's going on with your family, maybe a vacation you're going on, whatever it is. There's something that I'm going to be doing next month that I haven't said to my audience yet, and I'm going to be building that up. Whatever it is, you can always build anything up that's going on in your life that you're doing, a project that you're doing, and share that, right? Reward engagement with your followers. Something that I haven't done in a long time, but you see is like do a giveaway. Okay, do like a 3-day mini giveaway, or maybe you want to do a $25 PayPal, or I don't know, whatever it is. Do some type of giveaway and be like, how you enter is share my post, like this, comment, tag 2 friends, and share my post. Do something that you can get your engagement, right? Or share this reel. If you share this reel, you can be entered to win a 3-day mini on me or whatever, right? Whatever it is that you want to do, okay, to get your engagement up and create some kind of reward. Like this is what I just Googled, like right before the Zoom. It's just ideas. Use video, reels, lives, do some type of video content, go face to face in your story. Okay. People want to see you talking, even messaging people with a video. I had someone message me happy birthday and I thought it was so cute. And they sent me a video and they're like, girl, I just want to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing day. Be blessed, whatever. And sent it to me. It was probably some generic video, but I don't care. I thought it was really cool, right? And different. Mention people in stories. Okay, so tagging people in stories. Maybe you signed up a new customer. Maybe someone's on a mini experience. Ask them, hey, can I tag you after you enrolled them or whatever? Tag if someone's thriving for free on your team, tag them, share it. Okay, it doesn't have to always just be a bonus or something that they do. Sharing their transformation and tagging them. And then just remember, engagement isn't overnight. Okay. That's the biggest thing to remember is nothing is overnight. So even if you are, let's say you're like, okay, I've been doing reels like Lindsay for 2 weeks and she's saying she's got this many views, but I only have this many views on my reels. Okay. It's different for anybody. Okay. It's different for everybody depending on your engagement or your audience or what you're doing. A great way to poll your audience, okay, is you need to know who you're talking to. Are you talking to a bunch of people who understand anxiety like you do? Talk about it. Are you talking to a bunch of moms that want to pull their hair out sometimes and they feel this mom guilt and they feel all these mom shaming things and they just want to feel like they're doing a decent job? Talk about that. If you're talking to people, you have a big audience on weight loss journeys or health journeys, talk about it. Fitness people on your page, whatever it is, okay, gauge your audience. Just ask, what are you guys interested? What do you guys like to see more of? And write that down so you know, okay, I have an audience that really wants to talk more about mom life. I have an audience that really is interested in home decor and what I'm doing more to my house. I have an audience who's really interested in workout routines, whatever the case may be, right? But if you're constantly just talking about anxiety and your audience doesn't really get anxiety and maybe they get more of mom guilt or maybe they understand more of home decor, you know what I'm saying? So finding those people and just remembering that it's not overnight. Literally nothing is overnight. All good things do not happen overnight. Okay, good things, it takes time to build and especially to really build it solid and consistent. So those are just my little tips and things for content and a little pouring into sprinkle that and all that fun stuff. So thank you.
No, I love that. Don't mind my kid. He's about to freak out. It's fine. Mom life. So a couple things I want to touch on. Besides the fact that when I interrupted you and I said that, but my biggest thing is so many people feel like when they lose a follower, like it's the end of the world. They're like, oh my gosh, I need to stop doing what I'm doing because I'm losing people. Like I need to gain people. I don't want to lose people. Y'all, I hit 80K in our company in my first 60 days with less than 300 people on Instagram. Likes, follows, they don't mean anything. Right now, like, do I grow my network? Absolutely, because I want new eyeballs on my page. But am I watching what my following count is? No, I don't care how many followers I have. Most of my followers are Thrivers. Every single time I do a Thrive event, I get mass influx of followers, and everyone's like, I can't be like you because I don't have all the followers. And I'm like, all of them are Thrivers. They're not even my potentials. Like, what? Good grief. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love y'all, but none of y'all are my potential. So if you're looking at, I don't even know how many followers do I have. Let's see. If you are looking at the fact that I have 20.2K followers, y'all, 20K of that are Thrivers. I have 0.2, basically. Okay. Think about it. Even right now, with all of my reels that I'm getting, like that I'm doing, I'm getting attention. Other Thrivers. I had somebody who messaged me because I did a vitamins one, and she literally commented underneath it. She was like, what vitamins? You should really try Thrive. And I'm like, baby girl, where have you been? Where have you been? Like, that is how many followers I have that are Thrivers. Okay. They don't even pay attention to what I'm doing half the time, and it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. But if you're going to tell me that you can't be a 200K or fuck a 200K, if you can't be a 4K because you don't have enough followers, has nothing to do with how many followers you have. It has everything to do with the interactions and the relationships you're creating. Because I can tell you right now, my inbox every single morning, I wake up and I have like 300 messages. 298 of them are from Thrivers. So sure, I got the notifications popping, but what is that going to do for me? Think about it. So many of y'all are like, I just want the followers. I just want the post love. I just want this. You guys want the notifications because all of y'all can have my Instagram password and can log in and go through my messages every single morning if notifications are what's going to make you happy. Because I can tell you right now, notifications are not going to pay your bills. Notifications should not be the source of your happiness. You need to feel successful because of what you're creating. You need to feel successful because of where you're going, not because your reel got 700 views. Okay, but of that 700 views, did it turn into people messaging you? Did it turn into comments? Did it turn into new relationships? Because to me, I have a reel now that has 100K views. I don't have 100K interactions. I don't have 100K people in my inbox asking me how to thrive. No. So to me, 100,000 views on a reel, like, it's cool. I'm like, wow, 100,000 people saw little old me. What is it going to do for me? So before you go and idolize those people and say you can't be like people who go viral, or you can't do this, or you can't do that because you don't have this. Social media numbers don't mean anything if you're not using them to your advantage. They do not mean anything. Because I'm going to tell you right now, influencers who have millions of views on their reels, what is that doing for them? TikTokers that are paid by TikTok, y'all, they're paid like 25 cents a view. Like, sure, it adds up, but think about it. You're paid on just your customers alone 24%. That's not even talking about team members, check matching, promoters starting, bonuses. Like, you guys get so wrapped up over a number or a notification that you forget the fact that those don't equal success. In fact, I didn't start growing followers until I earned a bonus and Lavelle blasted me on an email. That's when I started growing followers. And again, they were all Thrivers. So really, what did that do for my business? Don't get so stuck in the, I need followers, I need likes, I need views, that you don't actually make the content because you don't have the followers, you don't have the views. So why would you make the content? Okay, but if you don't make the content, then how are you going to get followers? How are you going to get views? How are you going to get messages? Everybody wants the reel to go viral, but then they don't want to make the reel. How that work? Tell me, how that work? Because I'm over here making reels in a dump, and some of y'all won't even make a reel in a palace. Like, let's be real. So I need you guys to start showing up for you where you're at, and knowing that if you have a bad moment, your social media also is not your diary. And wanting to add on to that, because a lot of times people love to get on their stories and talk about how they're in a bad mood, or how they had a bad day, and how life sucks and this, that, or the other. And then the next morning they want to wake up and be like, I live the best life because of Thrive. And like, you just go back one slide and it was telling people how much you hate the world. Y'all, social media is your business. It is not your diary. Is it fine to have shitty days? Of course, we all have them, right? We're not perfect. We give ourselves grace. But during that time, that's when you learn to rest. That's when you learn to not be in your stories like this, telling the world how much you hate them. And then the next day, I have free shipping. Who wants to join my team? Like, do you hate me or do you want to help me? Which one? So you have to remember that your social media, yes, it's you. Yes, it's your brand, but that's exactly it. It's your brand. Are you being clear? Are you sharing a message? Are you building impact? Or every other day, are you talking about what shit is going on? And then the next day it's, I have free sculpt. You have to remember who you are, add the value to behind yourself, the company, and the product, and know that social media is your storefront and your business. If you're struggling to create content, stop creating it around your limiting beliefs and start being your own resource. Y'all have no idea how much time I spend on this little reel button on Instagram. I just click it, brings you a whole bunch of reels, and I just listen to noises. If I find one catchy, I save it. If I see another network marketer doing some sort of like towards their company or their product reel, I watch it and I see if I can remix it and like revamp it towards our comp plan or our product. Or if I see another Thriver doing one and I'm like, damn, that's good, I save it and I just remake that exact same thing, but to fit me. You don't have to feel like you know everything or what you're doing. Say that you don't know how to create a reel. You have not checked the Limitless team page. I have an entire, if you search reels, there a whole thread will pop up. If you go on YouTube and you click how to make a reel, all these trainings will pop up. If you go on Instagram and you look up and you just start watching reels, people are on there teaching you how they do what they do. Why? Because it's grabbing them views. It's grabbing them followers. Take advantage of it and watch them, learn something new. You would be so surprised if you take 5 minutes to scroll through that. And you know, I don't love scrolling, but I do love it when you're building resources with it. If you need it, take 5 minutes and scroll that reel thing. I don't know what it's called, a channel. I don't really know, but scroll it. You're going to see people that are going to literally teach you how to do what they're doing. That's how I learned. Sam came over and taught me one day, and then I completely forgot what she told me. And I was like, wow, this is how this goes. And then I kind of stared at my screen, and then I messed up a lot. And then I was like, I'm going to YouTube this. And so I YouTubed it. And then I got on reels and I started information and I popped up and I was like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to play with it. And then I sent it in a group chat and everyone was like, yeah, I already know how to do that. And I was like, yeah, same. Yeah, definitely. Y'all, I didn't know what I was doing. You don't have to know what you're doing. I just want you guys to try. Embrace the suck. When you hit that promoter button and you had no idea how to make a story, you embraced the suck and you got over it. When you hit that promoter button and maybe you didn't even have an Instagram, so you didn't even know how to work Instagram. Now you have an Instagram and you have a whole ass following. Look at you. You embrace the suck. You have to embrace the suck for everything new, because I'm going to tell you what, today you suck at it. A week from now, you're going to have a new skill. I want every single person. Oh, sorry, honey. I keep kicking my dog in the face because he lays under my desk. Sorry, Xander. Every single person, if you're on my downline, you're already doing this. If you aren't doing this, hop on, right? If you are not on my downline and you want to join, just start posting reels. We're literally doing a reel a day for 60 days. 60 days. 60 days can literally change your business. 60 days. Who can do a reel every single day for 60 days? And if you tell me that you can't, you got to go. You're not invited on the Zoom anymore. Goodbye. Just kidding. No, you can stay, but you know what I mean? If you cannot commit to yourself for 60 days, and the best thing I do is one day a week, I will take maybe 10 to 20 minutes and I'll remake all the reels I saved the week before. I'll bring a couple different t-shirts down here. You know, I brush my hair a little bit, not really, but I just put it down. And then in a couple of them, put them up so I look different. And in 20 minutes, I make a week's worth of reels. That is 7 posts right there. I am still posting in between. Every other day, I'm making an actual post. And I am focusing personally my reels on my branding 5s. So Thrive, my family, my husband, Rylan, my dogs, home decor, stuff like that. To me, Thrive is a part of my 5s. It is a part of my branding 5s. It is a huge part of my life. So for me, as I am finding and working my little niche with my reels and making it about my brand, Thrive is probably the biggest one because that is my biggest part of me currently. And it is something I am so proud to scream from the rooftops. So it's something that I'm including it in for this series. And I don't think I'll ever stop just because it helps so much building your business to share about it. If you aren't sharing, who's going to? In my stories, I have focused heavy on our products, and y'all, while Brielle was talking, I enrolled another customer. I don't tell y'all this to brag because we know I suck at enrolling customers, but your girl is enrolling customers. And I can tell you right now that the only thing I changed was that I started to talk more about the products in my stories. I started to share more before and afters. I started to share more other people's testimonies, and I started adding reels. So my algorithm was ignited and my story views and my reel views and all my views went up. So that meant more eyes were seeing it. I don't care that my reels, I don't even look at how many, honestly, like from today, I don't look at like the numbers that are on my reels because I really don't care. To me, I correlate what I'm doing to how many people are in my inbox messaging me. I had 3 new people message me today. To me, that means that what I'm doing is working and I need to do more because tomorrow I want 3 more. Then the next day I want 5. Then the next day I want 5 more. So to me, until I have a constant new people messaging me day after day after day after day, I'm not stopping. And I can tell you right now that once I have a constant people messaging me day after day after day, I'm not going to stop because then I don't want them to stop messaging me. You see how that works? So if you want people in your inbox, you got to do the things. If you want to keep people in your inbox, you got to keep doing the things. Lead from the front. Be your own leader. Be your own enroller. Be your biggest resource. Teach yourself something new. Go and Google it. Go and search the team pages. Go and YouTube it. Anything that is out there for social media, you can learn on YouTube. If you don't know how to work a preset, YouTube it. Trust me, you're going to learn how to use a preset. If you don't know how to work reels, stories, IGTVs, if you don't know how to do a filter, if you don't know how to do whatever it is, if you Google it, it is going to tell you step by step how to. So I hope that I start seeing a lot more reels on our accounts because I love seeing other thrivers that I can remake your reels. So do me a favor and start doing more so that way I have more reels to remake, and that will be very, very nice. No, but for all serious, I really hope that you guys take this challenge and really start to run with it because 1, it'll show your personality. 2, you're going to get and hit new people because guess what? People are searching sounds all the time. And when you go to use a sound, reels pop up to see how other people use them. That's how people will find you also. You're going to find people and people are going to find you. Find new ways to get creative with building your network. Right now, reels are it. A couple months ago, stories were it. So now just add that one more thing. Don't stop doing what you're doing, but add that one more thing. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, a great week. I love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.